Okay, everybody, this is the last video in our absolute basics tutorial for 2.6.3. In this video, we're going to take everything that we've learned so far, load into the universe for the first time, and play with other people. So, we're going to click on universe here, and we're going to go to the Crusader map. This is the true persistent test universe. PU. Technically, the PTU is what they do before this goes to live, but like I mentioned in the first video, everything is a test. Alright, so really quick, they did introduce new regions in the recent 2.63, so you want to make sure that you're selected to either best, or if you already know which one yours would be, go and select it. For me, it's USA, but you can mostly leave that alone. And then we're going to click on Visit Spaceport. So while that loads up, so remember, in the main space station, which is Port Olisar, no one can hurt you. It's an armistice zone, and I'll show you how to tell when you are in an armistice zone and when you are out of an armistice zone here in a moment. But once you leave, you can get hurt. So be careful. So once we get into the game, we're actually going to talk about a couple of different things. We're going to talk about how to get around Olisar, what the different signs are telling you, which signs are important, which ones are decoration. We're also going to take a quick look at the Moby-Glass. I'm going to show you how to spawn your ship or call up your ship if we're being in lore. I will point out the armistice zones and the icons. I will show you how to take on a mission, and we will do your first quantum drive, all in this video. So we've got a lot to cover. So let's give it just a moment here, and we will be in the game. That was kind of quick. Alright, so we are waking up in Port Olisar for the very first time. So this brief animation as we get out of our little bunk here, and we are inside our HAB unit. So when you die, or when you load up for the very first time, this is where you appear. Inside one of the easy HABs. So, welcome to Port Olisar. Alright, well, so first things first, this doesn't happen very often, so since I wasn't planning on talking about it, but since there is one, see where it says Public Enemy? This game does actually use a... Ooh, it went away. Someone might have killed him. This game does actually utilize a bit of persistence with your criminal status. If you get to 5 stars of criminal badassery, you get labeled Most Wanted, and you actually become a mission, and the player that kills you gets a bounty, and it's pretty cool. So it's a pretty cool glimpse into some of the systems they have planned for the future. So, getting around Olisar is pretty easy. You're going to use the WASD controls, just your typical first-person shooter controls that we went over 2 videos ago. The first-person shooter controls we go over actually in the landing and takeoff video, because we get out of the ship briefly. So you have a couple of different stores in here that you can use your credits to purchase, different clothing, different spacesuits, different weapons, things like that. The room that we're most interested in is this room here. This is where you go to spawn your ship for the very first time. But before we talk about, let's look at our Moby-Glass. So Moby-Glass is your sort of cell phone. Your futuristic cell phone that you keep with you. It's on your wrist, and we're gonna pull that up by hitting F1. So your character's gonna pull your wrist up, and you're gonna get this little display here. You get a mouse pointer when you're in here. So this is gonna give you some interesting things. It's gonna tell you your screen name, show you a profile picture up here in the corner. It's gonna tell you what your current AUEC is. That's your alpha credits that you use for buying things inside the store. And then there's 2 pieces that are important here. You'll notice all of these are coming soon, like your different cargo stuff and things like that. The thing that we're interested in is the MG Scheduler, which is your current mission manager, and your mission journal, or your MG journal rather. So the scheduler here will show you all the different missions that are currently available to you. F12 to close the chat log, by the way. So, we can go repair an array station, we can go assist the ICC station. That PI Most Wanted is still there, so that person maybe is in Quantum or moved to a different part of the system. These are all different things that you can do here, and you select a mission by clicking it. We're not going to do that right this second. And then for the PI mission, you have to collect these data pads that will give you different information, just as a heads up. And to see that information, or if you ever pick up a data pad that has stuff for you to do, you're going to view that inside the journal. So to navigate away from this panel, by default, it's backspace. Backspace will take you back to here. MG Journal, anytime you pick up a data pad, this will have more information in it. So, like, welcome to Port Olisar, this will give you some basics as well. So let's close out of that. Let's go ahead and load up a ship for the first time. We're going to hit Tap F to pull this up. We're going to use our starter ship or our Hornet. Let's go ahead and request it. And it's going to tell us that it's at landing pad D07, or wherever it tells you. So now if you look around, there's going to be some signage. So here's one right here. So landing pad 9 is that way. And landing pad 0 through 5 is that way. So let's go this way. Now, if you look at these signs here, it's hard to see, and I'm hoping they change it. But if you look at the sign here that says landing pad 0508, if you look to the left, it also says strut D. So if you're ever playing with your friends and they say, hey, I'm at strut D, now you have an idea as to what that means. Or if they say, hey, what strut are you on? Just look at the sign and tell them A, B, C, D, whatever it is. If you don't know where to find that, you have to go all the way outside and look at the ground on the landing pads themselves, and they're really, really spooky. So, quick safety tip, as in you will die if you don't do this. If you don't have a radar in 2.6.3, might change in the future, but if you don't have a radar, if you don't have the little health indicator in the bottom left-hand corner, you are not wearing a spacesuit. To put on a spacesuit, you look at this locker, and you hit F to use. Now, I'm already wearing one, so I'm not going to take up the time to do it, but if you go out this depressurized chamber, this airlock, without a suit on, you're gonna die. But we're good. We're nice and safe right now. So once we're in, go ahead and close it up. We need to go to 7, so we're gonna go this way. Up the stairs. That gas giant beauty is Crusader, the actual planet that we are in orbit of right now. So when we talk about the Crusader map, that's what we're referring to. That is a constellation flying overhead that is being piloted by another player. Freaking gorgeous. I love this game so much. We're going to walk up to our ship just like we did in that other video. We're going to use F to enter the pilot seat. So mission withdrawn down at the bottom, repair array 556, that's just letting us know, because it's a persistent system. And ideally, what we will find is that it will generate missions kind of on the fly. A player can go and damage those beacons, and then we will automatically get a mission to go repair it. That's actually testable, happening right now in the game. So once again, to take off, we're going to do spacebar to go up. We are in precision mode, so we're going to go ahead and go forward safely. And we're going to hit N to switch back to space combat maneuvering. We're going to get free and clear of the space station. Might have just by habit I reached over and grabbed my joystick, so I kind of messed everything up, but that's okay. But we are now flying, and there's Crusader there. There is the beautiful and lovely Port Olisar. Now, so, as promised, we're going to take a mission. So let's do F1. Oh, the yellow travel advisory, so it's letting us know that there are some pirates out that way, so we want to be careful of that. We're going to hit backspace to go to our main menu. We're going to go to the scheduler. We're going to go to... let's do ICC assistance. So now that we have chosen it, it's going to put a indicator Oh, there we go. It's actually right ahead of us. I was looking for the indicator around our screen, and it was right there ahead of us. So it's going to put an indicator right in front of us that says report to probe. That just was lucky that it puts us there. So let's quantum drive out to that location and see what we can find. So to do that, we are going to push B. That gives us our ability to select destination. I will go ahead and give you a heads up. This is a feature that is changing in 3.0. Once you are aligned on your destination, aligned means that our velocity is taking us in the direction towards it, we are simply going to use middle mouse. That is just wrong. That is just wrong, and I apologize. We're going to use F. F to select. So it's B and then F. And yes, that hesitation was because I was like, why isn't this working? That's it though. Those are the basics. You are now flying. Oh, Armistice. I didn't tell you about Armistice. Alright, so right now we can shoot our guns and we can be shot at. So let's go back to Port Olisar. Olisar is by the planet. It's right there. You'll see it's nice and blue. We're going to push not middle mouse, but indeed F and head back. All right. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a bullet with a like "do not do," a little bullet with a circle and a slash. That is letting us know that it's an armistice zone, so it will not allow us to fire. The space station is in lore. We have lost our weapons capabilities, and that is not the case at all places like where we were before. Not a safe place to be. Anyways, that is it. Welcome to the Verse. You now know everything you need to play with a mouse and keyboard at the default controls. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch all of these videos. I hope you have an amazing time. Feel free to shoot me a message here on YouTube or leave a comment below if you have more questions. Keep an eye out for additional content in the future where we'll do some deep dives into some of the other things that this game is capable of, because there are certainly a lot. Be aware of the community, be involved, be at the Spectrum page, be on the Reddit. There's many other YouTubers that do higher quality videos that I do, that do deep dives into other videos. This is a wonderfully warm, wonderfully critical community, but at the end of the day, we all love what we play and love the idea of there being more people. So anyways, this has been fun. My name is Draxus. Thank you for watching, and we will teach you in the Verse.